Okay. So which date you had your group discussion?
I had my group discussion on 19th of August, sir.
Good. What was the topic given to you?
So the topic given to me was I couldn't tell. Actually, it is about the being a manager. Would you approve the loan or not for a
Achha.
proposal that has come for startup, sir?
Very good, very good. What did you say
Yeah.
about it? What did you say?
I said that I would go for the approval of the loan after consulting all the KYC requirements of the loan proposal person. If the startup has the potential for its growth in the business, and
Hmm.
I'll
Good,
analyze the projections he has submitted and take the collateral accordingly and give him the required loan if it is approved by my senior officials.
good. So you are actually from which place?
Sir, I am from Ponnur, Guntur district, Andhra Pradesh, sir.
Andhra Pradesh. Acha.
Yeah.
Good. What is speciality about Andhra Pradesh?
The specialty about Andhra Pradesh is like Andhra Pradesh has a famous Tirupati temple in it,
Hmm.
and Vijayawada Durgamma temple,
Hmm.
and we have the Vizag steel plant located in Andhra Pradesh.
Hmm.
Sri Harikota Nellore Sir Space Rocket Launch Center.
Good. Then
Uh,
about
a, uh,
about
Gun-
about what other aspects can Andhra Pradesh be proud of itself?
Guntur is the third Asia's third largest chili market. It has.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, this all I can say, sir.
Anybody else from Andhra Pradesh in this group now? Can you share some more ideas regarding about Andhra Pradesh? What makes Andhra Pradesh unique? What are the plus points of Andhra Pradesh? Tulasi has told some points. Some other point
Yes.
that, yeah. Anybody else? Andhra? Nobody? It's okay. Then you can also mention about that Visakhapatnam steel plant,
Yes, sir.
like that. And I think about what grains Andhra is producing more, you can tell about that also. Good. What is your father?
Sir, my father is a businessman, sir, but he has taken a break from business since 6 to 8 months. It's been, sir, due to the issues of the shop, sir. We haven't found any other shop. We are in search of keeping a business.
What happened?
Uh,
Which
we were
business
asked.
was which business was
Uh,
he doing?
he's into automobile spare parts selling shops, sir.
So in the interview, if they ask you, just say um, he was doing business. Now he has stopped doing business, because
Yeah.
if you are going to tell we are finding out for a rent and all that,
Um,
that will become a big story.
yeah, sir. Actually, I wanted to ask you. This is one of the doubt that I have to ask you, sir.
The reason you can simply say he was doing business. Now he has stopped doing business. Or
Yeah.
maybe he will be doing it after 6 months. That's a different story. So
Yeah. Okay, sir.
you tell like that, that will be better. But then they can again tease you by asking, why did he stop doing business? You can say,
Hmm.
how old is he?
Sir, he's a 47 years
Oh,
old, sir.
only 47. Then
Yeah.
you can't tell age as the criteria. What was the
Yeah.
reason for the closure of the shop?
Sir, the reason for the closure is that the shop owner wants to renovate his shop, and he asked the entire shop renters to uh, take off
Okay.
their shops, sir. And it was
Acha.
all of a sudden within 1 to 2 months of 2 months only we were made to
Acha, what did
empty the
what
shop.
what did other shop owners do?
They have left to their own places, sir. They are from nearby Ponnur, a village, sir, and they kept their own shop in their village itself, sir.
Hmm. It's okay. No, You will find, he will find some other shop and he will get it done.
Yeah.
There is demand for such products, yes or no?
Yes, sir. There is a demand, sir. Our shop. My father is into this field since 22 years of his business, sir.
So what happened to the stocks? He is keeping it in his own house.
No, sir. He has given these to known mechanics and he has sold them, sir. And some portion he kept at home, sir.
Very good. That is right. Good.
Yeah.
Now, what is the degree Tulasi studied?
Sir, I have studied my Bachelor of Arts in History, Economics, and Political Science from NTR Degree College affiliated to Osmania University. And then I have went on to pursue my Master of Arts in Political Science in IGNO, sir. And later on, I have completed my MBA in Finance and Business Analytics from Vignans University, sir. This is regular MBA.
Oh, the regular MBA, that is college. You studied in
Yeah,
a college. Yeah, good.
yes, sir.
So, what is the difference between studying in correspondence and studying in regular college?
Sir, studying in correspondence means I cannot get you. That is, you mean distance learning?
Yeah,
Yeah. If distance learning is all about, we don't have touch about the professors or any other people pertaining to the IGNO center or any distance education center, sir. We only used to get the for the admission purpose and for the exam purpose, and they used to send the books. Whereas coming to the regular college, we will be
yeah. I think some internet connection for you or for me, I don't know. Is the problem at your end? And are others able to hear Tulasi speaking? Surya, Niharika, are you able to hear her speaking? Or you are also not hearing as myself? I am not able to hear anything.
this also, sir. Now, am I audible?
No, no. The Surya, when earlier when Tulasi was speaking, I could not get it. Were you able to hear that? Surya, Nandini?
Yeah, sir.
Acha, acha.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that means the problem is my end. कोई बात नहीं. No problem. Fast.com. How much speed is there? Yeah, now it has
Sir,
come. Now it has come. Please
in,
speak. Speak. I will.
sir,
Yeah.
Sir, the difference between the studying in correspondence and regular college is that while coming to the correspondence, when we are pursuing an education in the correspondent education system, we will not be in touch with the professors, sir, to clear any doubts or anything. Everything should be read and done by from the student itself, sir. Whereas coming to the regular college, we can communicate with the teachers regularly and attend the classes, sir. They will teach each part of the subject or the required part of the subject for a student. This is all what I can say.
Excellent. You told nicely.
Sure.
Yeah. Now I am trying to collect some papers for asking questions. Now, what do you know about Federal Bank?
Federal Bank is one of the leading private sector bank in India, sir. Uh, Federal Bank has Federal Bank holds the 21% of inward remittance market in India.
Hmm.
It has been recognized recently as the 2023 as greatest workplace in Asia, and it is the first commercial bank to be recognized as such. And Federal Bank is one of the first bank to digitalize all its branches and provide RTGS facility in every branch of Federal Bank. And Federal Bank has branch outlets of nearly 13,380 plus branches, sir. It has ATMs around
Hello, hello,
1,300
hello.
plus.
Hello, please repeat. How many branches?
1,385 branches, sir.
Initially you said 13,000.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Yeah.
1,385.
Yeah, what are your career? So what are your strengths?
Sir, my strengths are that I'm a quick learner and I have a good communication skills. Uh, I'm a hardworking person who never gives up in the work that has been assigned.
Good.
I have a good amount of knowledge in finance since I have also pursued my degree in it.
Very good.
This is so.
Excellent. Now, what was the net profit of our federal bank for the last quarter?
Net profit is about net profit of the federal bank is 2,02,247 lakh crore.
Please repeat what you said.
It's 2,02,247 crores.
What is it? I asked. What is it you are telling? What?
I said about net worth, sir. Net worth I have said.
Net worth is how much?
2,02,247 crore.
So now you have told you don't know correctly, you are not remembering correctly net worth, you are not correctly remembering net profit, you are not correctly remembering deposits. All the three figures wrong. Net profit is somewhere around 853 crore or something.
Yeah, sir. 853.74 crores.
Yeah. And the one you said is 2 lakh is that deposits 2.22 lakh crore. Okay.
And net,
The other one net worth is 22,247 crore. Everything you have understood wrongly because of tension.
yeah, sir.
So let's see, this is what is happening in an interview where we know certain things, but still we are not able to explain about it properly. So you should not have tension, but talk comfortably.
Okay, sir.
I will ask a question. Can you tell me some points regarding Negotiable Instruments Act?
Sir, Negotiable Instruments Act, I was not aware of it.
You're not prepared about it. Doesn't matter. Now, can you please tell me what is the Companies Act? Which year Act is now in use? Companies Act, which year Act is in use now? You don't know?
No, sir, exactly. I don't know, sir. It's 1949, one is there, and 1952.
No, that is Banking Regulation Act. I am asking Companies
2013?
Act. 2013 is the act that is in vogue now. The one earlier was 1956. Tulasi, you were answering very well. Till I got into this federal bank problem, you were answering things very well, nicely, and because of one mistake, you started committing more mistakes. Doesn't matter. You can improve. You start reading, say, for example, about federal bank, about banking. There is one guidely material. You go through that. There is one Bankers Adda book for 10 pages. Please go through that. Then there is always a 2023 interview questions, more than 100 pages material. Go through those questions. If you don't know the answer, search in Google and try to make out and discuss with other candidates in groups. In fact, Tulasi, I have suggested some of the people. Shika, I requested Shika to conduct a class and all. I don't know whether she conducted class today. Anybody attended Shika's class today? That is a group group study. Anybody was there in that group? Shika. You people, girls must get in touch with other girls, boys must get in touch with other boys, try to form groups and then conduct, say, GD classes, not GD, group study.
Okay.
Good. Next, we'll go to Akshay. Akshay?
Sir, I have a doubt here.
Yeah.
Sir, this was the question that I have I was asked in campus Federal Bank interview, sir. They have asked me about how do a customer choose a bank to open his account uh, in with a bank. They have asked me, sir,
Hmm.
like what all he based on what he takes the decision to open an account in a bank.
Hmm. Now,
And I have said this.
what did you say?
I have said that GNPA and NNPA ratios they might consider. I have said it, sir.
So totally wrong.
Later
To-
on, I have realized it after the interview, sir. So I don't know what exactly to answer for this question since then.
Totally wrong. Totally wrong. How can an MBA finance student, and that too not 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees student, good no communication skill, how can you tell like this? Simple question. So why are you buying some products from some shop? Because the quality of the product is good. They give you at a reduced price, and they welcome you and give an excellent service. So translate these points into banking. Why do people come to this particular bank? Number one, because it may be nearby their office or house. Number two, it may have somebody known to them working in it. So in the interest of that, they come and open the account. Number three, they are impressed with the service rendered by the bank. They are impressed by the advertisements given by the bank about various products. So likewise, you should try, and they are offering a higher rate of interest for deposits. They are giving loans at a cheaper rate than other banks. They process the proposals quickly. How many points can we tell? Minimum
Okay.
20, 30, 40 points we can tell. You are an MBA student. This is a brainstorming subject.
Yes, sir.
So your performance in this, that is why they have not selected you. Nothing
Yes,
wrong.
sir.
Nothing wrong. They did not select you because you did not try to think beyond what you have studied. You must think beyond your boundary.
Yes.
So, and nowadays Google is there. You can search and get it, or talk to other children about this and try to find out.
Okay,
Now,
sir.
whatever points I have told is also not sufficient. Maybe something else the interviewer may be having in his mind. But these are important points.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Mr. Akshay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Very good evening, sir.
Good evening. Akshay, you are from which place?
Sir, basically, I am from Narsinghpur district of Madhya Pradesh state, but I have been in Bhopal for studying.
But this basically is a word North Indians are very fond of. अभी तो ये बेसिकली का जरूरत नहीं था ना. आपने
Yes.
बेसिकली क्यों बोलना है? मेरा क्वेश्चन क्या था आपको?
Where are you from?
आपने भोपाल बोलने से हो जाता है. आई एम नाउ
Okay,
इन
sir.
भोपाल. समझे?
Yeah. Yes.
आप यू आर अपियरिंग फॉर विच इंटरव्यू?
Sir, for the clerical cadre, Federal
अच्छा
Bank.
अच्छा. आपका इंटरव्यू कब था?
Sir, not scheduled yet.
Sorry. Your GD was on which date?
Sir, my GD is on 8th September.
What was the topic given to you?
Sir, topic was the related to the EV, that you are the marketing head of a EV company and you have to widespread the sales of EV in the rural area. But
How
there
will
is a limitation that,
how will you do that?
but
Tell me the answer for that.
okay, sir. So being a marketing head, my first strategy is to first of all make a awareness of the EV in the rural areas regarding what are the benefits of using EV. Like it is a cost efficient and it will save the somewhere save the money of the farmers because the income of rural people of rural areas are not that much. And with this also the subsidies are given while purchasing the EV vehicle in India by the government of India. So this is one of the benefit of buying a EV.
Good.
And also
Now,
sir, there
what,
is a limitation.
so what is your degree?
Sir, I have completed my master's in commerce.
It's a MCom.
Yes, sir.
Out of MCom subjects, which subject you like very much?
Sir, out of MCOM, I like research methodology.
So what is that? Research methodology.
This
I don't.
research methodology is the in my first semester there's a subject named research methodology. It is a part of my curriculum, and in research methodology, basically we learn that what are the things that we do in research. It is basically a part of a PhD.
Mhm. Good. Do you think research studies are really useful for us?
Yes, sir, definitely. Being the situation I have given in the GD, in this situation also the research plays a very important role, because when we research, when we conduct a meaningful research for a particular activity or event, so we got to know that what are the pros and cons of doing the activity and what are the challenges we have to face at that particular situation. So doing research is a very good thing for a business as well as our daily lives as well.
You studied MBA marketing. Can you
No, sir.
please?
Sir,
Sorry,
I
MCom.
studied
You
MCOM
studied
in marketing
MCom.
management.
MCom.
Yes, sir.
MCom.
Yeah.
MCom in marketing.
Yes, sir. Specialization in marketing management.
Acha, acha. Can you please tell me what are the 4 P's that we talk about in marketing?
The 4 P's of marketing are price, product, place, and promotion.
Yeah. See, Tulsi, you could have used this point also. The price of the product, price or the product, or what is the other one you said? A place and also promotion.
Promotions.
So
Yeah.
these things make us go to some. Now, why did you come here, Tulsi? Why did you come here for this class? Tulsi, tell me.
Sir, I have come here to clarify my doubts and to develop my communication and to check myself how far I am, since I have an interview on 20th. Sir.
Good. Now, what prompted you to come here? See, number one, the video you saw in the YouTube made you come to us. Number two, you believed that you will be able to get benefited out of this, so you came here. Number three, you found the fees charged was tolerable for you or payable by you, so you came here. Number four, the mechanism of the class was convenient for you. It is not necessary for you to travel 2 hours to go to the class. So like that, Anna. తులసి
Yes.
అలాగా చెప్పాలి. ఏమేమి మంచి పాయింట్ దాని దగ్గర మీకు వస్తుందో దాన్ని బాగా చెప్పాలి, ఫీల్ చేసుకొని చెప్పాలి. అర్థమైందా?
Okay. అర్థమైంది.
Very good. Now, Mr. Akshay, you are a
Yes.
marketing MCom fellow.
Yes, sir.
Now, what do you think about the marketing strategies of our federal bank? This is a very tough question, but still try it out.
Okay, sir.
What are the
Yeah,
marketing
yeah.
strategies our federal bank is adopting that you are observing? And what
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
suggestions you would like to tell us to improve it?
Yeah, there are 3-4 things which are very innovative ideas doing by Federal Bank to widespread their marketing and sales. So first strategy is to recently they initiated a scheme like you can get a gold loan from your WhatsApp only. So this is very convenient way to reach more customers, because every one of us use WhatsApp, and it is very familiar to use it. So you can just get a loan from your finger steps. Secondly, they are offering like you can open a selfie account by doing your smartphone only. So you just all you have to do is like install the Fed mobile app, and you can easily open your saving or current account in the bank while using a selfie account. So it is time saving as well as a very easy to use application. So many people can assess it and make their account. So these are some marketing strategies doing by the bank. Also they are there is a provision in Federal Bank that they are adopting a nearby school near to the branch. So it is one of the major we can say marketing as well as the social cause activity, which promotes and shows how the federal bank care about the society. So these all things are make a positive impact on the society, and people are more attracted towards the bank. And the suggestion I would like to highlight that a federal bank, I think in my state there are still a few branches of the federal bank. Like the big cities only have federal bank branches. So I think they should or enhance the R&D team in the area, and there are really a need of such type of banks in small cities as well. So all they have to do is like make more promotional activities in the state, so more people are get attracted towards bank, and the bank get benefited from it.
Sufficient. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Next, who would like to answer next? Come on, raise your hand. Sabarish.
Sir, any
नो
feedback?
ओके फीडबैक तो अभी ज्यादा कुछ बोल सकता नहीं है. जो पूछा है आपने कैसे आंसर किया आप जानते हैं, इससे फाइंड आउट कर लीजिए. ज्यादा तो कुछ बोलना नहीं है. क्या
Excuse me, sir.
या
Like Akshay was saying about the gold loan. Actually, Akshay, it is personal loan that they are providing through the
Okay,
WhatsApp.
okay.
Okay.
not
Okay.
Akshay.
Yeah.
Yeah, WhatsApp loan is personal loan only, not gold
Yeah,
loan.
yeah.
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 I
Thanks for
did-
correcting me.
Thank you, Surya. I didn't hear it properly. Good.
It's okay. Yeah,
So,
sir.
see,
I have.
Akshay,
I have
remember.
read it.
Akshay, remember
in the-
Surya.
Yeah.
Surya is a literature girl.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
No, actually, sir, I have read that in the newspaper, so that's why.
Not only that. No, I remember you as Palakkad girl, Surya girl, struggling to speak in English, struggling. And you have come out of GD. That is a good thing. Now try to read a lot, develop your communication skill well. That will only
Thank
take.
you so much, sir.
Yeah, very good.
Like your guidance make me strong, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. You are
Yeah.
contributing towards our success, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Mine is only 10%, 90% or 80% up. You have to do it yourself because I can't be with you all the time. Doesn't matter. Best wishes. And really, Surya, I appreciate you for telling
Thank
this
you so
point.
much, sir.
Because I was
Yeah.
just hearing, I was only concentrating on WhatsApp loan, but not bothering about other things. So that's a good thing. Good.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sabarish. Now we will go to Sabarish. Sabarish,
Yes, sir.
Sabarish is from Tamil Nadu, correct?
Yes, sir.
What is the degree you have studied?
I'm from BSc Physics, sir.
From which college?
The Majora College, Madurai.
Majura College. Majura College supposed to be a very old college, no?
Yes, sir.
When was it opened?
I think it's 1920 or 1880,
Because
sir.
many famous personalities studied in Majura College.
Yes, sir. Like Bharadiyar was the teacher in our college, and Sir C.V. Raman was studied in our college.
Something like that. I remember to have studied some books. Yeah. In your college, you have both post-graduation also, no?
Yes, sir.
I think it is an autonomous now, or it is
No,
under
sir, it is autonomous, sir.
autonomous. Good.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Sabarish.
Yes, sir.
What is your family?
My family consists of 6 members, including my grandparents, and my father is a businessman, and my mother is a homemaker. I have one younger brother. He is pursuing his graduation.
What is the business your father is doing?
He is running a pharmacy, sir.
Sure. Pharmacy. Good.
Yes, sir.
Why allopathy medicines are becoming more famous than other type of medicines?
It may be because of it took very cost effective, and it will be like for some period of time only it could be taken. If we go on to the English medicine, means time period, like long time we have to take because of that.
No, which medicine? Now, what is the question I asked? What is the answer you are giving?
You asked about allopathy is why famous.
What is allopathy?
I don't know about it, sir.
Allopathy means English medicines.
Okay, sir.
So now I was asking why English medicines are more famous than, say, Ayurveda, homeopathy, like that. This is an essay
Because
topic.
yeah,
This is an essay topic. Surya, tell me what is the reason for this? Surya.
Allopathy and homeopathy, sir.
Yeah. Allopathy versus homeopathy, Ayurveda and all that. Why allopathy is famous?
Actually, sorry, sir, I'm not that much aware of that.
Very
May-
Sir,
simple.
it's cure very fast. I
Like,
think.
Yeah.
yeah,
Divagar has told correctly. See,
Yeah.
all the medicines are good. For example, your homeopathy, your Ayurveda, etc., is all good, but then they take such slightly longer time. Whereas allopathy gives immediate, cure early. Not only that, it is available in most of the places. Not only that, it is being advertised enough because they have a lot of money. More advertisements is being made. And that is the reason why allopathy is gaining more importance. Doesn't matter. Good. Who was answering it now? Akshay.
Sabrish.
Sabrish.
sir.
Sabrish. Sabrish. Why should I prefer Sabrish for clerical? You are applying for clerical job, na?
Yes, sir.
Please tell me which bank are you having an account?
I'm having account at State Bank of India, sir.
Yeah. Why should I select Sabarish?
Sir, I'm a person with a quick learner, and I was competed so many competitions in college. I hosted a science day competition also, so that I can able to understand the people, as the clerk is the front end page of the bank, and to understand the customers clients reaction.
Yeah.
So I could able to do work effectively, so that you can hear me, sir.
Good. Why can't you join daddy's pharmacy business?
No, sir, I don't have much knowledge in that. And at the same time, I would like to pursue my career in the banking.
That is good. That's okay. Now, please tell me what is a negotiable instrument?
The negotiable instrument is the form of like paper, which will consist instead of money. This can be used by the like peoples to like check and DD and all, so that I'm sorry.
See, negotiable instrument, if you are a commerce student, if you are an MBA student, you can explain in the proper definition manner. Otherwise, you can tell with an example. If you are a BSc student or BA student, you can tell, sir, this is negotiable instrument. Like that, you can say. For example, try.
Okay. So the negotiable instrument, for example, as I have to give some money to one person, I don't have a cash in ready, so I have check leaf it with me, so that I could give the details of that person and what the cash I have to provide that, so that if I gave that check to the person, means he can get the cash from the bank. This is the negotiable instrument.
See, actually, what you said was not wrong, but then the proper definition of a negotiable instrument is one, the title in which is transferred by endorsement and delivery. Example, check, bill of exchange, and promissory note. Yesterday, I shared a link about that. Did you see that in our group? How many of you saw that? How many of you saw the link that I shared yesterday in our WhatsApp group? Because one girl, Rajalakshmi, she asked 2-3 questions, doubts. One, mortgage pledge hypothecation. I shared material. Then Negotiable Instruments Act. She said, sir, promissory note, check, bill of exchange. What is this, sir? It is confusing me. Like that, she asked. I immediately shared yesterday. So how many of you could spend time to go through some of the links I am giving? Whenever I give you
Myself,
links,
sir.
you studied very good. What is your name?
Navid, sir.
Nivid, what did you learn from that? The links that I have provided.
Okay, sir. In a simple set definition,
What were
the
the
hypothetication.
what were the 3 links I gave, and what is the learning you made out of that?
Yeah, sir. Hypothetication. It is an ledger document with against that moving vehicles, sir. For example, we get a loan with the endorsement of moving vehicles. And pledging means if you pledge a gold, the property is surely take over by the bank until our time of period where we pay the interest and the principal amount. And that another thing you shared, sir, that is a margin. It is a money from the pocket of the loaner person that have to give to that remaining amount. For example, if car belongs to 10 lakhs rupees, the bank says 25% you have to be give us a margin. 2.5 lakhs will be paid by the person who takes the loan from a bank. I think I'm not wrong, sir.
Yeah, I'm giving here difference between promissory note, bill of exchange. Then
Okay, sir.
another one, pledge hypothecation.
Yes, sir.
Then pledge hypothecation mortgage. All the 3
Mortgage,
things I am again posting in our group. All of you, you must study that when you get time. I have posted them again. So of course, what you said was right. Now, Sabrish, you were answering me, na? Sabrish,
sir.
last question for you. Please tell me what is mortgage?
So mortgage is the kind of a home loan which the property of the property document to be submitted as a collateral.
Good, excellent. So property is a way of charge that is giving
Yes.
security. It's a way of security. That is, the title deeds of the property are given as security for the advance. Understand?
Yes.
Good. You told correctly. Best wishes. A mortgage is valid for how many years? You may not know it, but I am
I don't-
asking. Any other person knows a mortgage is valid for how many years? An agreement is valid for how many years?
That's 10 years, sir.
No. Shridu Nambudri, a mortgage is valid for how many years?
So I'm not aware of that.
Mortgage is valid for a period of 12 years.
Okay.
One minute. 1 minute. I'm switching. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Nambudri, you don't know about it.
Can I, sir?
Yeah, please tell somebody. Anybody knows, you can tell.
12 years, sir.
12 years.
12 years.
A mortgage or an agreement is valid for a period of 12 years. Whereas a promissory note is valid for how many years?
3 years.
Correct. A promissory note is valid for 3 years. And before the
Yes, sir.
3 years, we have to take acknowledgement of debt. Once that acknowledgement of debt is taken, from that time, further 3 years, the document will be valid. Now, Nambudri, please tell me, a check is valid for how many years?
Sir, if you are writing a check, it should only be valid for 3 months
3 months from what?
from the date of issue.
See, date of issue may be today. What is today's date? 14. But I am putting the date as 25/10/2023. Then what will be my validity? That check validity. So you should explain properly. See,
Mostly
the
it
3 months from the date mentioned on the check, or 3 months from the date of the check. That will do.
Okay, sir.
Date of the check, or date on the check. With the on the check, we don't say date of the check is correct. Good.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Which bank Nambudri has got account?
Sir, HDFC Bank.
Acha. What is the degree Nambudri studied?
Sir, I've done my bachelor's in electronics and communication engineering.
What is electronics?
Sir, electronics means all the new technologies of the semiconductors and other subsequent products that you use for, let's say, in electric vehicles and other smartphones and other tablets.
Now, we are talking about 5G and all. There seems to be one more talk about 6G. Have you heard about it? How is it coming? When is it coming? What will be some ideas about that 6G?
Yes, so there's some speculation going on in the market that the 6G will be coming. But I believe it's a long way down the line because of the existing technologies, and we have to work on improving the infrastructure also.
Good. So the 5G tech, I had a miserable experience yesterday because of this 5G technology. You know, I have Airtel connection here in India and 2,997 rupees. If we pay, it is valid for a period of 1 year throughout the world. You can talk for 100 minutes and it is eligible for 2 GB data. Day before yesterday, what happened problem? So when I was having for last 110 days or so, only I used 0.4 GB only. 2 days back when I switched on that this thing, I just tested how much is the speed. You cannot believe the speed I was getting through here was somewhere around 560 Mbps. Oh, Baba.
Oh.
I just can't believe it because that was a stage, when my local Wi-Fi itself was switched off. That was given by Rogers. This is being given by Bells. And 565 Mbps. I was simply thrilled. And I thought I had switched it off. I left it on the table. Then I went around for some dinner and all. When I returned, I found 1.63 GB has been consumed. That is because, in my WhatsApp and all, whatever is coming, it will be getting downloaded immediately. And the speed with which the message was coming was 565. Even if it was on for about 1 hour, all that would have been done because I'll be getting messages continuously. That was the morning time of India. So more messages would have come and going on eating away. So now the balance is -2 or only 2 Mbps only is there in that one. So that is the advantage of 5G or the disadvantage of 5G also. Too much data coming. That is why all of you are finding earlier when you were having only 1 GB, you were comfortable. Nowadays, when you are having 2 GB, you are having, by the time you come to my class, your GB would have been exhausted. So that is the thing, electronics. So which companies are more famous in India? Electronics companies.
Sorry, sir.
Which electronics companies are more famous in India? I know you will not be asked
So
such
there was
difficult question. Just I just gave a challenge to you. Now let me ask some banking questions. please tell me what is meant by savings bank account.
So savings account is it falls under the banner of demand deposit. In savings account, if you it is generally used by salaried people and middle class people, and you get certain interest on the savings account. And there are certain threshold and limit also on how much times you can withdraw from the savings account. And the minimum balance is comparatively lower than when you compare it with the current account.
Why did you not mention about the interest that bank pays? Why did you not mention
So I
about the
said,
ATM card? Did you tell about the
okay.
interest?
Yes, I said that interest is given to savings account people and not to current account.
You should have told 3.05%. That one you should have told.
Okay.
Very good. That is right. Now, what is the difference between a check and a demand draft?
Okay. So check is issued by an individual, whereas demand draft is something which is issued by the bank. And on check, you do not have to pay any fees when it comes to check when you're issuing a check. Whereas on demand draft, you have to pay certain nominal charges for that.
There are some more points that can be told. Alka Batra is going for some other interview now. Alka Batra,
Sir, may I add the point?
Alka Batra, you are appearing for which interview?
PNB credit officer.
Acha. Now tell me, what is the difference between a check and a demand draft?
Such check is issued by an individual and the demand draft is issued by, so for creating a demand draft, we have to visit the bank branch. Or for check, we don't need to visit the bank branch. And sir, for the demand draft, we have to pay minimum fees also. And sir, that's all, sir. I know these things.
So
Sir,
next,
can I-
yeah, tell me.
The check can be bounced, but demand draft cannot be bounced. And we
Okay.
can cancel the check anytime, but demand draft you cannot cancel.
No, you can cancel it also. The purchaser can go to
It's
the bank.
difficult to.
No, not difficult. Purchaser can take the demand draft to his office and ask him to cancel it and give back the money. It is possible. Yeah.
For making demand draft, we need to pay for making a demand draft. We have to pay early the first money, then demand draft will be made.
Yeah, we have to pay the commission.
Yes.
We have,
And
to,
after
we
that,
have to pay the
if-
commission. Yeah.
Okay.
In a proper definition,
Yeah.
can I, sir?
Yeah.
In a proper definition, check is from promisor to promisee, where that the date he mentioned that will be a amount will be issued by the person with the help of his bank account. Whereas in a DD, the bank itself acts as a promisor to the concerned person as a promisee with nominal charge, and that surety of the demand draft is comparatively too high when compared to the check.
Navit, which
I'm right,
degree
sir.
have you studied?
MBA Agribusiness Management.
But too much technical. Don't complicate things like this. Simply say
Okay,
check
sir.
is issued by the customer. Don't say individual. Check
Okay, sir.
is issued by the customer of the bank. It may be an individual, it may be a company, anybody. A demand draft is issued on the request of the customer on his paying money and commission. A check may be returned unpaid. A demand draft cannot be returned, will not be returned unpaid for want of funds. There can be other mistakes. If a demand draft is altered and presented, then it can be returned. But it will not be returned for want of funds. Both the check and the demand draft are valid for a period of 3 months. And the demand draft is signed by the officer of the bank. A check is signed by the customer. A check can be made bearer or order, whereas a demand draft is always made favoring X or order. Nobody, no other person except Reserve Bank can issue a bearer instrument. I mean, no institution can do it. So, but you as an individual, you can issue a bearer check or order check. So these are some of the points. And yeah, Other things are all same only. If you cross, you cannot get payment over the counter. If you do not cross, you can get the payment over the counter for both check and as well as demand draft. So these are some of the points you can tell about difference between demand draft and the check. Simple question. Yeah. Yeah. Next question. We are going to be inside the bank only. We are inside the bank. Who can answer the next question? You cannot learn. You have come to swimming pool. In the swimming pool, unless you swim, you shall not learn swimming.
Sir, actually, my chance was going on.
No, yours over. I asked some question, you answered. Nice. Thank you.
Okay.
Now, see, this is the point I would like to tell you. Fear is the first enemy for your not getting the job. And the one reason which helped me to get my jobs early in the year when I was only 19-year-old, I was also more like you. I was not having any exposure, but I was not having any fear. I used to talk like that because we were not having food for the next day also, but doesn't matter. I used to talk with confidence and right or wrong. But that took me to much higher stage. But finally, of course, I was rejected because in Kolkata in those days, they asked, this is a job which involves moving around. Do you know two-wheeler riding? Because I come from a poor family, so I was not knowing. So I said, I don't know. So that was one reason. There were appointment orders in my name and the name of another person. The order was given to another person who was knowing riding two-wheelers. So that is how confidence. Without confidence, nothing can be done. You know, when I was learning, say, shorthand and all, sometimes the shorthand instructor will come late. I used to sit there and start teaching my other co-students. Same thing with accountancy, same thing with CIIB. I started teaching people. So, of course, once the teacher saw my teaching them, he said, okay, good, nice you are doing. So he told me, why don't you come here for teaching? And in those days, the salary was very low. I was not doing it for salary. I was doing for the thrill of it. 30 rupees in those days. I'm talking about 1960. 970. 30 rupees of those days. Can you imagine what will be the value of that money today? Minimum 3,000. What 30 rupees of those days could get now? Your 3,000 rupees cannot get you. You know, the salary I was getting as a clerk when I joined in 69, 329 rupees. What is the salary now? 38,400 rupees. How much inflation you can see? That's okay. So the next question we are coming is, I was telling about confidence only. Those who have not spoken so far, Dharani, please tell me some points regarding recurring deposit.
Good evening, sir. This is my first class in the interview, sir. Thank you for all the guidance in the GE also, sir. So about the recurring deposit. Okay, sir. Shall I tell now, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Recurring deposit is a deposit which is very unique, and it can be allow the person to have a decent interest rate on the investment, sir. And these deposits may include some rules that which is not in the savings and as well as fixed account, sir.
Dharani, rejected. You have not started profit properly. We will see how it can be done. Don't worry. It's not an indication. It's not a rejection from the appointment. For this question, you did not start properly. So we will see how it goes. Alka Bhattrat answered already. Abhishek, you answer this question.
Sir,
Abhishek.
in recurring deposit, we put certain amount of rupees on a regular basis. For example, 100 rupees per month. It is around suppose for 3 years. In every month we are giving 100 rupees to the bank. Then it's accumulated together, and on this fund we get a good interest.
Good.
This is that type of demand deposit.
Demand deposit. No, it is a time deposit. Time deposit.
It's like FD.
It's like FD. It's a time deposit. Shruti, can you
Time
tell me
deposit,
some
sorry.
more? Shruti, can you tell me some? See, one very, very, very simple point. This
Yes,
we
sir.
are. Shruti, tell me.
Sir, I am only aware that a basic definition and what type of interest actually
No, no.
federal banks
See,
give in
actually,
recurring account. So
actually,
actually, recurring account is like
I am not able to hear. I don't know, something wrong.
saying something. That's why I got quiet.
See, actually, Divakar can tell. Try. Divakar, try.
Yes, I think recurring deposit is paid to month on month to our deposit account, and it can be like started from 6 months to 10 years. And we can generate interest every quarterly and compound wise.
Good. See, these are the important points you have to tell whenever they give a question. What are the features about that? What is that? Why is that? When is that? How is that? Which is that? Likewise, you should try to explain what is recurring deposit. Recurring deposit is a deposit where installments are being paid every month. Number 2, minimum period 6 months to maximum 10 years. If the installments are not paid properly, penalty will be levied. The rate of interest paid on fixed RD account is similar to fixed deposit, is a higher rate of interest, which we will get at the end of the period and along with interest. The money is outstanding in the recurring deposit account or eligible for a loan being given against it. 90% of it we can take loan. Recurring deposit is one of the time deposits. See, this is how you have to tell about it. Not that only this is the order in which you have to say. Whenever I ask about one thing, you must always analyze. I must have told in earlier classes, 7 W's. What, when, why, where, which, how, who. About anything on the under the sun, you can make a paragraph like this. Chandrayaan 3. What is Chandrayaan 3? When is Chandrayaan 3? How is Chandrayaan 3? Why Chandrayaan 3? Likewise, you can answer everything like that, provided you know about it. If you don't know, you cannot answer that. That's what it is. This is just a beginning. Today, of course, even I am telling beginning, but I think this is 5th class or 6th class I have been doing in place of the second mock interview. Otherwise, you will get one mock interview for you one-to-one through Zoom. And I would request you to avail it about 3 or 4 days before your real interview, once the dates are known. Till such time, whenever possible, I will come like this online and be talking to you. You continue to read the materials I have provided. If you want to know what you should read, how you should read, you can also discuss in our WhatsApp groups. But I have already posted on August 6, 7, 8 and on 2 other dates also intro videos. What is it I have given you? How you can make use of it for reading? ASAP I have given you. Please read them and go through Federal Bank website also. Go through RBI website also. Go through the chat GPT 100 pages material I have given. Once you go through that, take down the important points, write in a separate notebook, so that next time you don't have to go through that chat GPT. I know all of you are not able to study because of your other examinations, but kindly allot 1 or 2 hours per day for this also. That will certainly help you. Best wishes. I will close
Sir,
this today with a
I
note.
have one doubt, sir.
Tomorrow, 5 o'clock, again, we will meet. Tomorrow, 5 p.m., we will meet again. And again, I have to now come. I have to go and have my breakfast. Then come here for 6:30. Acha. No, today, 6:30. Yeah, 6:30 class is there. Somebody I have invited. I will talk to him. Nived, I know whatever doubt you have, you can ask me tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.